Today's video is going to be talking about two different kinds of locomotives, DC and DCC. Stay tuned and welcome to HO Powertrain. This is a DC locomotive running. By far, great reliability, great running locomotive. If you're thinking about doing model railroading and just want to put a train on your track and let it blast through scenery without having to worry to chase them all over the place, DC is your answer. DC gives you that awesome reliability of just running because you're getting direct current to these wheel sets, and from these wheel sets go straight to the motor. It gives a better reliability running. Of course, it's basically all you get is forward, reverse, headlight, and rear light, correct? With that said, putting it on the track, putting your freight loads behind it and letting it pull, pretty much won't have too many problems, correct? Now, let's get on to the DCC side of things. Speaking of DCC is coming around that bend, going over my bridge. It's been running okay lately as far as connectivities, but then again, you have to make sure that track is spot clean, spot on, no kind of interference for those DCC locomotives to run. If that locomotive will start spitting and sputtering, all I have to do is take that locomotive off the track, place a DC locomotive on, switch my system over to DC, fire it up, and that DC locomotive will not spit and sputter. Henson, DCC is more finicky and very touchy to dirty track. Therefore, frustrations can happen with DCC. DC, still running, just apply the power and it goes great. Now, because DCC uses a wavelength of communication to go through the wheels and go into your sophisticated decoder, then signal it out to your motor, things get a little bit complicated. The different wavelengths of communication that DCC puts out is far more complicated than DC. Therefore, everything has to be spot clean, spot on for your locomotives to run top par as they should. Now, with that said, DCC's biggest advantage is realism. Realism as forming consists, selecting lights, selecting sound, slowing things down to realistic speed. When everything is right and clean on your track, DCC is the ace player, but quite expensive also. So with that said, gathering the information, what we've learned to get into model railroading, pick what's right for you. If you just want to see trains run and you're not into a lot of this realism with switching and realistic sounds and realistic lights and consists of everything, and you just want to see trains run like this, just stick to your DC. You can get these locomotives on eBay really cheap. And there's pretty much not a whole lot going on with DC. Basically, it's a motor with applied voltage. There's not a whole lot that can go wrong with DC. Worst case scenario, you have to clean contacts, replace broken parts, or even change motors at sometimes. But it doesn't come with a high price of complicated DCC. With that said, it's more friendly to somebody that's just trying to start out model railroading. Price budget also. Now, if you want to dive right into it and get into DCC, pull out your pocketbook because these things add up really quick. And in doing so, make sure that your layout is spot on. Make sure that your wiring is correct. Your track stays clean at all times. Doing everything on top notch to suit these DCC locomotives is most important, especially if you want to just dive right into it. And that is the wrong locomotive to pull those logs. This one's too loud. Especially when I'm doing a video. So I hope this video shed some light on DC and DCC, especially for the new folks trying to get into model railroading. Stick to the basics, see how you like it when you jump right into it. Don't spend a whole lot of money on these locomotives. I mean, at the end of the day, you do what the hell you want to do. But as we know now, things are very expensive. And if you just want to have a regular train layout and have awesome scenery and have trains run, DC is the fit for you. It's very robust, and that thing is just, they run great, man. That's, what can I say? With that said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you play on DC or DCC. Hey, we all model railroaders in this, and that's what makes this hobby so great. Just running trains and promoting the train hobby. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.